Boys, something went wrong there with the video, it just cut out, so I'll just continue from where we were, okay? So we have kite A measured, and now we're going to measure kite B, okay? Now you can see for kite B, here, they haven't put the line in like they have here, because they want you to be old enough now to do that yourself, okay? So they haven't put the line here, and they haven't put the line here. So if I were you, I'd add the line. I'd get my pencil, and I'd add the line here, and I'd add the line here, okay? It's just going to make it easier for yourself when you're measuring. Then what's the second most important thing I have to do? Am I just going to do this and go, oh, that's lovely, now it goes up there now to, goes up to 12. Is that right? No, it's not. We have to remember we always start at 0. Always. There's never exception to that. Never. Ever, ever. When we're measuring, we're always going to start at 0. So I have my 0 here. So can you tell me, can you see what my measurement is there? 7. 7 what? 7 centimetres. Okay? So I want you to complete all this. So you're going to measure all the different kites. Okay? So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, and then there's some other questions as well. And on those questions, we're going to bring in some of our other math skills that we do throughout the year. Okay? So we have, they're looking to tell which one is the shortest. Which kite is the shortest. So how will you find that out? Look at all your different centimetres here, and the lowest number is going to be your shortest. The longest is going to be your highest number. Okay? Kite C is so many centimetres longer than kite F. What skill do you think you're going to need for that one? Subtraction? Try the subtraction, okay? Kite E is 4 centimetres shorter than kite. You're going to tell me the answer to that. The combined length of all the 6 kites. The combined length. So that means the length of all of them together, all the kite tails. What skill would I use for that? Be my addition, wouldn't it? I'd have to add them all together. Okay? And then what is the total length of the 3 longest kite tails? So make sure to read the questions properly. I'm always saying that in class. You're really clever, you're really brilliant at maths, but if you don't read the question properly, then you're not going to get the answers right. So read the question, and read it again. Okay? What is the total length of the 3 longest kite tails? Okay? So that's A. That's that one done. And that's dealing with our centimetres. So what other measurement were we working on today? It was metres, wasn't it? So we're back up here to our metres. We've this done, we have number 1 done, that's ticked. That's our exercise, just going over measuring in centimetres. Now we're going to be measuring using metres. Now obviously I don't have a metre stick at home, so I don't think you're going to have a metre stick at home. Okay, so what the book has done, as you can see, they've drawn a metre stick here on the page. Okay, so we go from 0 to 1 metre. Okay, now another thing to always remember, how many centimetres are fingertips? How many of our centimetres are in 1 metre? It's always going to be 100. So 1 centimetre is always equal. So 1 metre is always equal to 100 centimetres. Okay? So the 1 metre, the wide one, remember, is our fingertip. 100 of these is going to equal to 1 metre. Okay? So that's the metre stick. Okay? So we have our 10 centimetres, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So what's it going up in there, boys? It's going up in tens, okay? Our metre stick here is going up in tens. So that's the first layer of that, okay? So don't get caught up now, because I know fractions and decimals might frighten some people, and that's okay. Okay? So there's my, I'm trying to do it on this. Okay. 1 to 100, 100 centimetres is equal to 1 metre. Now, because we're in 4th class, we're going to add our fractions and our decimals into our length, into measuring our length, okay? So the next thing that they've done down here is they've put it into tenths. Now, can you remember I just said that it goes up in intervals of tenths? So we have 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths, 6 tenths, 7 tenths, 8 tenths, 9 tenths, 10 tenths. So 10 tenths is equal to our 1. And can you see they have the metre? So they have 1/10 of a metre. Okay, it's 1/10 of a metre. It's not 1/10 of a centimetre, because if this is my centimetre, 1/10 of that is tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay, so we're on our metre stick. Okay, so it goes up in our tenth, so it's 1/10 of a metre, and you have to put in, have to use our maths language, we have to put in our metre. Okay, so that's our fractions. So then underneath that again, we're going to have our decimals. Okay, now when I'm trying to look at this, use your ruler if you want to just go through it like I've done there, and you'll figure it out. Okay, so 1/10 is equal to 0.1. Again, it's in metres. Okay, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, up to 1 metre. Okay, so we have our centimetres. 100 centimetres always equal to 1 metre, and they're broken down here in our metre stick into tenths, okay, in our fractions, and our decimal points in 0.1. Okay, so I hope that's not too confusing. Now we're going to answer the questions. Now, please remember the answer to this question, the answer to every question here is here. So spend a few minutes looking at this, trying to understand it. I don't want you just getting the answers done and sending me answers. If you only get half of them done but you understand this, there's much more learning done there. Because if you can understand this, you can answer any question. Okay, so take your time with this. I want you to have a look at this for a few minutes before you even look at these. Okay, good boys. So here we have 1a. Okay, so it says 1 metre is equal to how many centimetres? So again, it's giving you the clue because it's asking you for the centimetre. Okay, so 1 metre is over here. This is my 1 metre. How many centimetres is that equal to? Here's my centimetres here. I've said it, it's 100 centimetres, okay? So there's your first answer. 1 metre is equal to 100 centimetres. Now, B, your half metre, okay? Can you see up the top here? They've broken it down into a quarter, a half, 3/4, and 1. So if I see a half here, I look at my diagram and I say, half a metre. That says half a metre. Now, what are they asking me? Remember, what are they asking? They're asking me to put it into centimetres. So I go to my half here and I go straight down to my centimetres. Can you see what it is? 50 centimetres. My half metre is equal to the same as 50 centimetres. Okay? So I'll go down to 1 here. So it says, now all of them are going back to centimetres. They're all asking you, the answer is going to be here in our centimetres. Because these are metres, these are metres, these are metres. So our answer is going to be centimetres. So our answer is going to be along here. Always, okay? So if I go to G here, just another one to do for you, okay? 7/10 metre. Look up here. 7/10 is here, and it's looking for centimetres. How many centimetres is 7/10? 70 centimetres. I hope that makes sense, okay? As I said, just spend some time with this. Okay, spend some time with this. Some of you might have your busy at maths books. I'm going to attach it here anyway, so you'll have it there as well. So I wanted to do 1 and 2 today. So our metres and centimetres, okay? If you're getting confused or anything like that, please don't worry and just email me any questions or text me. It's fine, okay? I know it's really hard to do this when we're doing it online, okay? It's much easier when we're in the classroom with our metre sticks and everything like that. But just remember, when we're measuring, we have to use our mathematical language. We have to. We have to use the terms centimetres and metres when we're measuring something. Okay, when we're measuring something, we use centimetres and metres. We have to use those words. Okay, this is my centimetre. It's my fingertip. It's roughly a centimetre. So I have my ruler here, and you can see there's the centimetre. Here's a centimetre. Here's 0 to 1. Here's 1 centimetre. Okay, 1 centimetre. And my fingertip. Then I know metres. That's another thing that I measure with. So centimetres and metres today. So my metre is the longer one. Okay, so my fingertip is my centimetre. My hand, my length, you can't see all my hands. If you get a bigger screen, it's long. Okay, longer. And we remember our metre stick in school. And always remember that 100 centimetres is equal to 1 metre. Always. Never going to change. Ever, ever, ever. In your secondary school, college, everything. 100 centimetres is equal to 1 metre. Okay? remember when you're measuring, where must you measure from? Always, always, always. Do I start measuring here? No, that's only silly. You have to start measuring from 0. Not at 1, because that is a mistake a lot of people make. They start at 1 and say, oh, I'll start measuring from 1. You will always, always measure from 0. I think when I was in school, I did that before. I measured from 1. I had to learn, no, you have to start at 0. Because from 0 to 1 is a whole centimetre here that you're missing out. And if you were in a job, okay, whatever job you have, and you had to measure something, and you had to build a big chest of drawers to fit in right into a space, and you got the measurements, okay, and they said it has to fit exactly in here now, it has to fit exactly in, and you give them the measurements, and then they come back and they make this chest of drawers for you. So, oh, that's brilliant now, my chest of drawers, and it has to fit in perfectly. And then if you go and your measurements are wrong and you forgot to start measuring from 0, it's not going to fit properly because it's going to be this much out. So all the work will be gone to waste. So you have to remember we're learning our maths for our real lives. That's really important. This is for our everyday life, okay? So you have to start measuring from 0. So I hope that makes sense, okay? So we have 1 and 2 of length, okay, page 111 in We're Busy at Maths, okay, and I'd like to get back to some Master Your Maths as well because I haven't corrected any of them, and it's no harm for you to keep your general maths knowledge going as well with Busy at Maths, or with the Master Your Maths, okay. So do this one first, and if you want to, and if you can, there's no pressure, I'm going to start doing Master Your Maths. Go to page, I hope maybe some of you have it done already, but I kind of skipped forward a couple of them, and this is page 56, Monday, okay? Page 56, Monday, Master Your Maths, and I'm going to put the answers up. I might do a little video to do it if you want me to, or I can just put up the answers and you can correct them yourselves. It might be no harm for me to do the answers up here on the board so that you can correct them then yourselves. This would be for our general maths knowledge, just to keep that ticking over until we're back in school, which hopefully we'll be back soon. And then this is just, we're continuing as we would in school. You see, there's not that much left for our book. But all that learning you've done already, you're doing so fantastically. Okay? So chapter 22 we're at. So we'll keep going with the book. Do this before you do the Master Your Maths. If you want to, some boys will want to do this as well, the Master Your Maths on the Monday. So you can break up the day if you want. This is like homework if you want to do that in the afternoon. And this then is just learning, just new learning, okay? As I said, hopefully you can start measuring stuff from the house if you want to. And you can send that on to me too if you like. Alright, boys, I hope that was helpful. As I said, give me a text, message me, whatever, if you're just stuck on anything. And I hope you're all well. Talk to you soon, boys. Bye.